Hello, this for Personal Trainer Qualification, Module 5, 6.3, and I'm calling this a holistic vision. Now, one useful benefit of doing videos is that one can learn succinct delivery of information, because the challenge you face as a personal trainer, or indeed a fitness enthusiast, is that the amount of information out there is vast. Many YouTube channels, websites, books. The excellent website exrx.net, which is a definitive resource of exercises, and extremely good, has 1,800 exercises. The book Men's Health, Big Book of Exercises, which is rather nice but limited in value, boasts of having 733. Now, all of this is going to be bewildering for anybody. So the key thing is, when you're talking to a client, to keep things simple and to navigate this information to the essentials. Because on the one hand, it is true that for a gym program, a fitness program to succeed, you will need a holistic vision of total lifestyle. It's no good parking gym here and then the rest of your life over there. You need to build it into your life as a way you live, not something you do occasionally. And that point is absolutely essential. But that holistic vision, the whole body, the whole lifestyle, is might be considered to be a bit overwhelming. It's necessary, but when we come to this wholeness, we at the same time have to boil down to the critical factors, which are that exercise can also be made simple. We should focus on a few essential things in a simple program to start off with until habit is developed. The next important point is that this holistic vision of the whole body, in the wake of the whole lifestyle, is that you need to work out the whole body through the various muscle groups and through all the different types of exercise in order to maximize the benefits of exercise, because the better functioning your whole body, your legs, your arms, your spinal muscles, and so on, across the four major areas of cardiovascular, weights, agility, and functional, then the better you are there, the better you are able to exercise. So it becomes a virtuous circle. And especially when you really get into the compound realm of exercise, the stronger you are with compound, the better for the whole body, and so you're not developing you've got sort of a well-muscled chest but weak legs. So this will catch you out eventually. You need to make sure that the whole body is sorted out. But the compound is actually the best route for that, because it will exercise huge numbers of muscles all in one go, such as the cable fly on a cable machine, which will do a great deal of the whole body, especially if you squat and do sort of half lunges while you're pulling the cables out in the fly. So the client should be encouraged to see exercise not as something parked in the gym, but as something that pervades life. And there are four arenas for this: the home, outdoors, gym, and sports venues, in which I'm particularly thinking of swimming pools, because PTs and the gym world and the sports world do overlap in the arena of functional, where you're training for sports specific skills really. But the client should be encouraged to think, well, I can't get to the gym today, so what can I do at home? Building the habit of exercise at home and the exercise outdoors, such as it can be done in awful British weather. The client will also appreciate the whole panoply of exercise. Now, cardiovascular, resistance and weights, agility, which is, as I've said, is sports specific, doing things like footwork. There's a great array of exercises with a purely body weight agility on darebee.com, which my boxing teacher highly recommended. Again, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of exercises. And then functional, which is, for example, if you're throwing a medicine ball around in order to develop ballistic power for boxing. Backing all of this up is very, very important, and it's far more important than I realised, which is flexibility and stretching. The great thing about stretching is it can be done any time of the day. It can be done through the day. This is the cold stretching, as opposed to the dynamic. The client must be encouraged to consider it's not just a matter of strength, but also a matter of endurance. For example, you may be able to lift a 40-kilogram barbell, 50 kilograms, 60 kilograms, be proud of your chest press there. But when it comes to punching the air with 2-kilogram weights for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes as part of functional training for boxing, it can suddenly be remarkably difficult by comparison, and in the future material we will discuss precisely why that is. The client must also be encouraged, again with a holistic view, to encourage to do all the movement types. Build that in, and cables are great for that. They will build in the transverse twist motions in a way that you don't often see in a lot of gym machines, which tend to be sagittal plane. The 6 movement types being squat, lunge, push, pull, twist, and bend. And then the planes of motion. A program should always include all 3. Now, my own PT, Josh Attenborough, says the human being is a sagittal creature. This is why so many exercises are in a sagittal plane. He says if we were a crab, most of our movements would be transverse. But nevertheless, it's particularly important for the core that you build in transverse. So you should all be building in sagittal, frontal, and transverse. So this is what I call the geography of exercise. And so the client bears in mind all this sort of stuff. So it's not just a question of going to the gym to do weights, and cardiovascular is not. So whole body then is the key. And you can save time and possibly conserve some energy if you're up against it by doing exercises that do everything in one go. You will need to build in isolated exercises, which will need compound strength, and vice versa. That's another subject for the future. Full range of motion. So the further out, say with a cable fly, the further out your arms go, the straighter they become. The more difficult the exercise becomes, the more beneficial, probably the more muscle groups, and certainly we're working at muscles that you're not necessarily going to reach through smaller planes of motion. So the big picture is important as long as it's distilled to the essentials. So that concludes this presentation, which is the holistic vision. And we'll move on to the next video shortly.